What is the largest organ in the human body? How many bones are in the adult human body? What is the name of the bone that protects the brain? What muscle is responsible for breathing? Which part of the body produces insulin? How many chambers are in the human heart? What type of blood cells help fight infection? What is the largest bone in the human body? What is the smallest bone in the body? Which organ is responsible for filtering blood? Where would you find the deltoid muscle? What is the function of red blood cells? What connects muscles to bones? Which part of the brain controls balance? What part of the eye controls how much light enters? What is the name of the pigment that gives skin its color? What is the average adult body temperature in Celsius? What organ is responsible for producing bile? What part of the digestive system absorbs most nutrients? How many ribs are in the human body? Which system includes the heart and blood vessels? What is the main function of white blood cells? What organ produces urine? What part of the ear helps with balance? What is the medical term for the voice box? What's the flap that prevents food from entering the windpipe? What type of joint is found in the shoulder and hip? How many teeth does an average adult have? What bone is commonly known as the collarbone? What structure connects the two hemispheres of the brain? What is the main function of platelets? Which hormone regulates metabolism? What part of the body contains the alveoli? Which sense is most closely linked to memory? What part of the brain regulates heartbeat and breathing? How many vertebrae are in the human spine? What part of the brain processes visual information? What organ is primarily responsible for detoxifying chemicals? Which part of the body has the most sweat glands? Which vitamin is produced when the skin is exposed to sunlight? What is the name of the fluid that cushions joints? What's the average number of hairs on a human scalp? Which organ is most affected by hepatitis? What is the name of the structure that carries oxygenated blood away from the heart? Which part of the nervous system controls involuntary actions? What is the main structural protein in skin and connective tissue? What is the name of the joint in your jaw? What part of the brain controls emotions? What is the fluid part of blood called? What is the average lifespan of a red blood cell?